everybody, it's Miss Kathy at the DCU, and we are going live, believe it or not. I have Miss Azalea next to me. She's one of my assistants, and Miss Kennedy. They're going to be the assistants today, and we are about to go live on a Star Kids gymnastics class, which is also the same as our cheernastics on Tuesday. This class is for ages 5 to 7-year-olds or 8-year-olds, and we have a new YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel, you need to subscribe to it. And the name of our channel is
The Dancing Center Unlimited, Roman numeral 2, LLC.
So one more time, you're going to subscribe to the new YouTube channel, and it's the Dancing Center Unlimited, Roman numeral 2, LLC. And you also want to turn on the
notifications so you can know that we are uploading.
Okay. Kennedy, that didn't come out very good, but basically, Azalea's going to tell you, you want to turn on the notifications because...
So every time we upload a video, you can get a notification.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get started, and when we start our gymnastics classes, make sure you have a lot of room in your house. Not a lot of room, because we're doing this in the confines of a smaller space. A living room works. Just make sure you move the coffee table. If you have a yoga mat, you can put down a yoga mat. If you have carpeting, they want to be on carpeting. No socks on the feet, barefoot. Or they can go out in the front yard or the backyard and they can do it on the grass. And that's a nice, safe, big space. Okay? So we're going to get started with our warm-up. They do want to be in something that they can move in. And we're going to start with our locomotive movements, which is our punches and things like that. So, and moms and dads, you can join us and join in, or brothers and sisters. Okay? Mrs. Azalea is going to go, and she's going to go punches across the floor. You don't have to do this. Just go over here. Okay? Then you're going to go backwards. Kennedy, you'll go next. Sideways. Okay, so that was forward punches and backward punches. Now we're going to go, move over. We're going to go sideways. You want your arms up on your ears. You want your legs squeezed together, and you're hopping with both feet at the same time. Punches sideways. And then she's going to come back the other way. Legs together. We want to make sure that we're keeping these kids moving and active while you're quarantined at home. The next thing we're going to do is hop on one foot. Azalea's going to stand on her right foot with her left knee up, and she's going to hop on one foot. And then she's going to turn around standing on her left foot with her right knee up, and she's going to hop. Hopping is great for our vaulting skills and drills, also for skipping. Kennedy's going to skip. When you skip, you want to skip up nice and high, knees up. And then she's also going to skip backwards. That's a skill. Okay, it takes coordination to skip backwards. Good. Azalea's going to come out. Another thing that we work on when we do our locomotive skills is sprinting. Okay, you want to use your arms when you're sprinting. Pump those arms. Okay, sprinting can be done out in the front yard. Okay, and she's just going to do a fast little sprint across in our short space. Sprinting, which is great for vaulting. Okay, and then coming back, she's going to sprint back. Good. Kennedy's going to do side chassés. Kennedy's going to come up. She's going to stretch out that one foot, arms in a T, and she's going to slide across the floor. Go, go, go. And then she's going to slide back. Okay? So you want to take your time when you're doing these things. So that's all of our warm-up skills. Now we're going to come out right in front of you, and we're going to put our arms on our ears. Why does that keep shutting off? Okay, and we're going to do punches.
25. Right?
25 punches. Ready, go. Legs
1,
together. 2. Count it.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Good. Now, oh, sorry.
25.
I forgot it was 25. Now we're going to do jumping jacks, okay? We're going to do 10 jumping jacks. Ready, go. 1, 2. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close.
6.
Apart
7,
together. Apart
8,
together.
9, 10.
Good. Jumping jacks aren't easy. Actually, it takes a little bit of coordination to get the arms and the legs going together. Let's watch them do it slowly. Okay, and I know you guys all know, but sometimes the kids need a little extra help. We jump apart.
Apart.
We jump together.
Together.
Jumping.
Jumping.
Jack.
Jack.
Jumping.
Jumping.
Jack.
Jack.
Now let's try to do 3 in a row. Slower. Ready, go. Jumping jack. Jumping jack. Jumping jack. Stand up nice and tall. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a vaulting drill. Okay, a vaulting drill. They're going to start standing. They're going to, Kennedy, face this way. They're going to squat down. They're going to jump their legs out. When they do their jump out, they're going to squeeze their body. They're not going to have a saggy, archy back. And they're not going to have their bottoms way up in the air. Okay, like a downward dog. They're going to be like a plank, okay, in a push-up position. Okay, and then they're going to jump up to a stick. And ta-da.
Ta-da.
Look straight, nose in the air. And they're going to squat, jump out, jump in stick, and ta-da.
Ta-da.
Again, squat,
Squat.
jump out, jump in, stick, ta-da.
Ta-da.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a candlestick rock, okay? We're going to start these sitting down today, okay, so that we're already on the floor. They're going to start with their arms up on their ears, okay? If that's too hard for them to do, they can keep their arms out in front like Frankenstein. Watch Azalea. She's going to rock up and rock. You'll put them back when you go back. She's going to rock up. They go to her ears, and then she comes back up to Frankenstein. Okay, Kennedy will do it sideways so that you can see the difference. Ready, go. Rock up. And come back up. Keep your legs squeezed together and your toes pointed. Ready, go. Rock and shoot. Candle up and down. And again, rock and shoot. Stay in that candle. When they're in that candle, you want to shoot your toes up for the ceiling, way up on your shoulders. And sit back up. Good. This time we're going to start with our arms up on our ears, okay? For the girls that are a little bit stronger in their stomach muscles. We're going to rock and shoot. And come back up. Keep those arms tight on the ears. Ready, go. Rock and shoot. And come back up. Okay, if you do have a yoga mat, or you are outside in the grass, or you do have carpeting, they can start these candlesticks standing. So they're going to stand up on their feet, arms on your ears. Okay, everybody ready to do this candlestick? We're going to rock and shoot. And stand back up. Arms at a V. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Good. Put your arms back on your ears, nice and tight. And go. Rock and shoot. And up. You keep stretching that foot's loose. Ready? One more time. Rock and shoot. Just keep your arms on your ears. And come back up. Good. Now another thing we can do, let's watch Azalea. We're going to do a rock and shoot. We're going to do 3 candlesticks in a row, but we're going to add a jump in between. She's going to go. Rock and jump. Rock and jump. Rock and jump. How'd you do? Okay, let's watch her from the side. Arms are up. And she goes. Big rock, shoot. Jump, straight legs. Big rock, shoot. Jump, straight legs. Big jump, shoot. Or big rock shoot, sorry. Good, okay? So that's our candlestick rocks, okay? Now we're going to do some stretching. So let's get down on our knees. And we're going to stretch our wrists. First we do puppy dogs. Get them under and rock gently back and forth on your wrists. Gently back and forth.
Now, I'm not going all the way down because I just got knee surgery.
Okay, and then you turn them the other way. Backwards. And you rock back and forth gently. Back and forth. Kennedy just had knee surgery, so she can't bend her bottom all the way to her heels. But you want your bottom to go to your heels. Then you're going to put them together and make them kiss and put them on the floor. And you're going to circle your shoulders around your wrists. Your shoulders around the wrists. All right. Shake out your wrists. Okay, next thing, we're going to do crisscross arms. Loosen up those arms. Good. In helicopters, swing those arms. And then we're going to take our right arm and do a backward circle, like the back stroke, and a forward circle. And then take your left arm and go backwards and forward. Now try both arms. Backwards. And forward. That's ugly looking. Okay, another shoulder stretch we're going to do is we're going to sit on our bottoms. Okay? Kennedy, face sideways. And you're going to put your arms behind you. You're going to slide your bottom away from your hands as far as you can. Okay, Azalea's looking pretty tight over here. We don't do this stretch up. But she wants to try to get her hands directly behind her shoulders. Okay? And we're just going to hold that stretch. Then we're going to pull our knees up into a tuck position with nice pointed toes. We're going to pike. Look at your toes and make sure they're pointed. Are your knees straight? And then you're going to straddle. And we're going to do it again. Tuck. Pike. Stretch them hard. Straddle. And then you're going to reach your hands. Get in that straddle. You're going to reach your hands in the middle and you're going to try to balance. Hold those legs straight. Point those feet. Good. And shake out your legs. Okay? Now, we do a different shoulder stretch on our tumble track, but because you don't have a tumble track in your house, we're going to use a chair. So let's watch Miss Azalea. You can use a kitchen chair. You can use a couch. But you do want it to be a little bit of a harder surface. She's going to put her hands on top. Her head is going to be down. And she's going to push her shoulders towards the floor. Parents, you can apply some light pressure to their shoulders to give them a greater stretch. Light pressure. And they're going to hold that. And then relax. Okay, now their shoulders are stretched out. Okay? The next thing we're going to do after our shoulder stretches, you know what comes next. We do bridges. Okay, so we're going to lie on our backs. Turn this way. No, the other way. That way. We're going to lie down and push up into our bridge. Hands go down, legs are bent, and you push up. Okay, you want to try to get your shoulders lined up with your wrists. And then you're going to come down, grab onto your shins, and rock and roll. Okay, make sure you grab your shin bones and don't hold your hands together. Okay, you want to grab one hand on each leg. If anybody has a hard time rocking like this, they can put their hands underneath on their thighs. Okay, their hamstrings, and rock that way. Good, let's lie down and let's do another bridge. Lie on your backs, put your hands underneath your shoulders, and push up into your bridge. This time you're going to lift up your favorite leg. And you want to stretch it nice and straight and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, straight knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was not too pretty, Kennedy.
No.
And rock and roll. Kennedy's gotten tight. Yeah. Okay, this time when we push up into our bridge, anybody that can do a kickover by themselves can try this at home out on the grass. You're going to push into a bridge. Bridge up. And you're going to try to kick over. Okay? So, you can try that at home if you primarily can do it by yourself down the hill, or if you've done it on the floor. You have to be very careful trying that. You want to make sure that you're pushed off of your head and you're nice and supported on your arms, okay? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a tripod headstand. Okay, tripod headstands help with our handstands. It teaches them how to use their stomach muscles and to keep their body straight in the vertical position. Okay, so we're going to draw a triangle on the floor. Okay, one more time, draw that triangle on the floor. You put your hands in the bottom corner, and you want to make sure your fingers are open really wide. Wait a minute, girls, stay with me. You don't want your fingers closed. You want your fingers open because that provides a bigger base. They're going to put their head at the top. Azalea, can you face sideways, please? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to stand up on your feet into a pike position. Stay on your toes. You're going to take one knee and put it on one elbow and one knee on the other. And you're going to balance this tripod. If they can balance that tripod, they're going to take their legs into a tuck position, a tuck. Okay? And then if they can balance this position, they're going to go slowly to a headstand. Then they're going to come back down into that tuck, back to their tripod, and back down onto the floor. Okay? Another way to do this is against a wall. Okay? So if they were facing a wall, they draw their triangle with their fingers at the top, not all the way to the wall, because they have to have room for their head. They want to make sure when they do their headstand that they're flat on top of their head. Okay? They're going to put their head down, and they're going to lift up into their pike, and at this point, their back should be on the wall. You're not staying with me. Their back should be on the wall, and they're going to balance their tripod. Nothing's different. Okay, let's try this one more time. My assistants are fired. I'm kidding. They got to get a little closer to the wall. So the back of their head is going to be against the wall. Then they're going to push up to their pike. Now their back should be on the wall. Then they're going to balance on their tripod. Okay, so the wall is going to help them to balance. Then they're going to come into their tuck. Now when they come into their tuck, their tailbone should be on the wall. Don't arch, Kennedy. Put your knees together. Okay? Then they're going to slowly go up to their headstand on the wall. Okay? And they're going to balance. Okay, but then they want to try to move their legs off of the wall and balance themselves. Then they're going to come back down to the tuck. Close your ribcage, Kennedy. Back to their tripod, and then back down. Okay? So that's how you want to do the tripod on the wall. All right, so everybody shake out your wrists. And they're going to let their blood come back down into their bodies. Okay? The next skill that we're going to do is a forward roll. So they're going to start to the back of wherever they're standing in your space. Arms are up. Okay, stomachs are in, no banana backs. They're going to bend over and keep their legs nice and straight. They're going to roll through a pike position with pointed toes and come right up. And ta-da. They do a nice V. Okay, so let's do a forward roll again. Arms are up on your ears, nice and tight. Ribs are closed, backs are straight. They bend over. And they roll with stiff legs, pointed toes, and right up.
Ta-da.
Good. And one more time. Look up. You don't have to kind of look at yourselves. Just look up. Okay. Forward roll. Arms up. Bend over. Roll over. And up.
Ta-da.
Everybody knows that when you do a forward roll, you don't put your head on the floor. Okay, so they're rolling right onto the back of their shoulders. They tuck their head in, okay? So you don't want to see them put their head on the floor for the roll. All right, so safely tuck that head in. Okay, we're going to do a backward roll, but this time we're going to do it from a sit, okay? So we're going to start from a sit because it's safer. They're going to have their legs in a pike, so can you back up just a smidge? Okay? Their hands are going to be right here. Actually, let's tuck up the legs. Bend them in. Okay, they're going to look down at their knees. Okay, and they're going to roll right over fast. Get on your feet, Kennedy. And stand up and finish. And let's do it again. Okay? Azalea gets her hands ready. Okay, and normally we do these down the hill or on the floor. She's going to roll really fast and stand right up. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, starting in a sitting position. And they roll fast over the top of their head and up. Good. Now, another drill for the backward roll, because we're going to land in a pike. She's going to bend over, and she's going to move her hands out a little bit. She's going to put her head down to the floor. Put your head on the floor. Okay, she's going to push up from this position with straight knees. Straight knees, stand up. Stand up. Straight knees. You're going to stand up. Yes. Arms up. That's the end of the backward roll. We're not trying to forward roll, okay? She got confused. She thought she was going to go forward, okay? So this is the end of the backward roll. Her head is down. She's going to push herself up to a standing pike and come up. Try not to move your hands out like that. Okay, one more time. Head is down and she pushes up. Try not to. Okay, let me see if Kennedy can do this. Come on up. It's going to be a little bit hard, okay, because they have to have strength. She's going to push right up, keeping her hands where they are. Go, push, and right up. Okay, now let's watch Azalea do a backward roll to a pike, okay? She's going to start sitting. We're going to do it from a sit and see if she can do it. And you're going to roll back fast, pike, and up. Okay, one more time. You're going to start sitting in a tuck. Get your 2 pizzas ready. Look down at your knees. Roll fast, straight knees, and up. So that's a backward roll to a standing pike. That might be new for some of you. Now, we can't do this backward roll standing, okay? If you're outside in the grass or if you have a carpeted area. She's going to roll backwards and stand right up. And that's our backward rolls for today. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is our handstand against the wall. Now, when we do the handstand, you need a wall space. About 4 feet so that they have enough room to do their handstands. Okay, so they're going to bend over. They're going to walk their feet up the wall. They're going to walk their hands in as close as they can, supporting themselves. Toes are pointed, head is in. And then they're going to walk back out, walk their feet down the wall, and come back to their feet 1 step at a time. Okay? So you don't want to fall onto your knees, kiddos. You want to make sure that you're supporting yourself. So let's watch them do that one more time. Don't walk all the way up. Walk part of the way up. If they can only go this far, then that's as far as they go. But if they can walk their hands all the way in, nice and tight, okay, without collapsing, then they can hold this for like 10 seconds. Then they're going to walk back out slowly and walk their feet down the wall to the floor. Okay, we want to make sure that they're not crashing onto their knees and that they safely come back down to their feet. Okay, another way to get out of this, let's watch Kennedy. Okay, she's going to bend over. If you have enough, a good wall, length of wall in your house, plus they're smaller than these Amazons that I have. Okay, Kennedy stretches the whole length of the wall. But your children are shorter, so you need a smaller space. She's going to walk up the wall. She's going to hold in her handstand for a count of 10. 1. Go ahead and count.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Then she's going to cartwheel out. She's going to step down and up. Okay? They have to be careful when they're doing this. They have to be able to support themselves. But they can try it as long as they're staying on their feet and you're kind of there to guide them. All right, the next thing we're going to do is our cartwheels. Okay, cartwheels. Everybody in this class or at this age level should know how to do a cartwheel. The goal of this age for the cartwheel, and they should know whether or not they're a righty or a lefty. It doesn't mean that they're the same as the hand that they write with. Kennedy writes with her right hand, but she's a lefty gymnast, okay? So the children already know whether or not they're a righty gymnast or a lefty gymnast. And they want to use this leg for everything that they do. Okay, Azalea, you're a righty, right? Azalea's a righty. So we're going to start with her arms up, and I use the little catchphrase, hands down, kick around. She's going to start with her leg up and stretched. So in this age level, they want to hold that leg up, and then they're going to step, reach out, hands down, kick around. Okay? And we're going to do it again. Can you guys keep it straight? Stomach's in. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're that you guys are squeezing in your tummies and you're squeezing your bottoms and that you don't have a big banana in your back. Okay, we don't want to arch you back. All right? Stomachs are tight, tummies are tight, bottoms are tight. They lift that leg up and hold, and they do a big step, hands down, kick around. And they land in a lunge. Okay, so let's look at Kennedy's lunge. A lunge is the first foot that lands. That leg, the front leg is bent. The back leg is straight, and she's making a straight line from her wrists all the way down to her heels. So you don't want to be like this, and you don't want to be like this. Okay, you want a nice straight line. Okay, so let's watch them do a cartwheel going sideways. Okay, Azalea, you can go first. Arms are up, nice and tight. She lifts that leg, and she goes. Hands down, kick around. Good. Kennedy, flip that cheese up there. Azalea, help her. Okay, now we're going to watch Kennedy. Okay, Kennedy's going to start on the line. Arms are up. She squeezes nice and tight. She lifts that leg up. Hands down, kick around. Okay, can you try it one more time? Can you lift your leg a little
Yes,
higher?
ma'am.
Higher to start. Okay, stomach is in, back is straight, and she lifts that leg, big step, hands down, kick around. Okay? When they're upside down in their cartwheel, you don't want any turtle heads, guys, okay? So you want to keep your head in. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try a one-armed cartwheel, okay? One-armed cartwheel. All right? We're going to do the same arm. So if they're a righty, they're going to put their right hand down. If they're a lefty, they're going to put their left hand down. You can put your free hand on your hip, or you can just leave it out to the side, okay? Whatever is easiest, okay? So they start with the arm up, and when she goes to do this one-armed cartwheel, she's going to reach it out to the side. And she goes one arm and right up. Okay, let's watch her again. She starts both arms up. She's going to lift that leg. She's going to put her right hand down and pull that arm right back up. Let it just naturally go. Okay, now she's going to try it to where she puts her hand on her hip. Okay, put your hand on your hip. She's going to lift that leg up and she's going to go fast. She's going to kick right over and arm up. Okay? All right, one more time. This is a one-armed cartwheel. Kennedy, go close that. And she lifts up. Kennedy, go close that. And she kicks over. Is that going to be on the video?
No.
Okay. Next thing. All right, so that's a one-armed cartwheel. They've also learned hurdle cartwheels, which is a running cartwheel. We don't have a lot of room to do this, but basically you run and you skip into the cartwheel. And when they do the hurdle, their arms go up. Okay, so watch Azalea. She's going to start right back a little bit more. And as she goes, she's going to step and she's going to do that skip and cartwheel. So ready, go. Step, skip, cartwheel. Okay, let's try it again. She's going to start with her left foot in front. Because she's a righty, she's going to do a big step, skip. Okay, and that skip is like a hop. And don't forget that when you skip, your knee comes up and your arms come up. Okay? So that's a hurdle cartwheel. Okay? And you guys can practice those out in your front yard or the backyard. All right? So we've done forward rolls, backward roll to a pike, which might be new to some of you. Handstands against the wall, cartwheels. Okay, now we're going to do a handstand from the floor. Okay, so I'm going to have Azalea face sideways for to demonstrate this. You're going to start with your favorite leg out in front. She's going to put her hands down. She's going to keep her hands on the floor the whole time. She's going to kick up, legs together, and she's going to land back down with that foot. Keep the hands on the floor the whole time. She's going to kick up. They don't want to pick their hands up just yet. So we're just practicing for safety. Kick up and back down. Okay, and if you want to spot them, parents, you can put your hand underneath their back thigh, their quad, and they kick up, and you just hold on to that leg. They squeeze their legs together, and they step back down. Okay, and they kick up and step back down. Okay, now she's going to kick up, but this time when she comes down, she's going to land right to her lunge. So she's going to kick up, and she's going to go right to her lunge. Okay, let's do it again. Hands down. So this is called a handstand from the floor. Kick up and back down. One more time. Hands up. Awesome. Kick back down. All right, how'd you do? I hope you did great. Azalea just did a pretty one, okay? So clap for you. Good job. So that's handstand from the floor. Outside, or if you have a nice big space in your house, you can do a handstand from a stand. Okay, same thing applies as your cartwheel. You got to have a tight tummy and a tight bottom. She's going to lift her leg up and she's going to step. She's going to kick and hold. Make sure you're squeezing your legs together, and she's going to step back down. Okay, so the foot that they start with in front is the one that they want to land back down on. They don't want to switch legs, okay? So arms are up. She steps. She's a righty. She's going to step and kick up. She's going to put her right foot back down, arms up, okay? And make sure you're landing on your feet. So this is a handstand. I'm just checking time. Okay, we got to almost wrap this up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a backward roll to a push-up position. So let's watch Miss Azalea. She's going to start with her two pizzas right here. She's going to roll backwards, and she's going to land in a push-up position, which is also our plank that we did earlier. We did do that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
She's going to jump into a stick, and she's going to ta-da. Okay, so this is a backward roll to a push-up position or a plank. Ready? She gets her hands ready. She's going to roll backwards, Push-up position. Hold that push-up position. Make sure it's nice and tight. No saggy bodies. Jump into a stick. And ta-da. Awesome. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, so that's all of our floor skills for today. We're going to do some vaulting. Okay? We're going to do some vaulting. So I'm going to pull this out. Now, you don't have a table like this or a vaulting block, it's going on this side, Kennedy, in your house, okay? Or a board, okay? This is a springboard and this is just a block, okay? Kennedy's going to do punches on the block. So she's going to have her hands down. Punches on the block. Good. Now, obviously you don't have this at home, but it can still be done. Let's watch Azalea. So Azalea's going to put her hands down on the floor. And she's going to punch. Okay? Another way that you can do this is if you have a stool in your house, a little bit bigger than this, you can put your hands on the stool and do the same thing. Punches. Okay? Now, the next thing, you can move the stool out, Azalea. Watch Kennedy. She's going to do 3 punches and she's going to pop or block into a push-up position. So back up. Let's move the board back for you. Back it up. Yeah, there you go. Okay, put your hands right here. Okay, so she's going to punch. 1, 2, 3, and up. She's going to block up to a push-up position, okay? Can you point your feet when you do your punches, please? Come on now. This is like a give it, okay? Ready? And she goes. 1, wait a minute, 2, 3, up. Woo! She almost went past the block. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, and she's going to do it again. Maybe I needed to turn on, like, airplane mode? Yes. And she punches. Go. 1, 2, up.
I missed the block.
She did miss the block. Okay, now watch Azalea do it on the floor. And then go get rid of that. That's fine. Get off there. Okay, ready, Azalea, go. She punches. 1, 2, 3, and up. Jump to a stick and stand. Can you reach for it? Just reach in front.
I'm just checking the time.
Okay, ready? Continuing. Azalea's going to bend over. She's going to do her punches, and she goes. Punch 1, punch 2, punch 3, up. You want to make sure it punches and blocks. And then she jumps to a stick stand and finishes. Okay? Now they're both going to do it together. Okay? They want to make sure they keep their arms nice and straight and their legs nice and straight. Ready, go. Punch 1, 2, 3, up. Jump up to a stick and finish. Okay, so there are modifications you can do at home. All right, so that's a little vaulting drill. And then the last thing that we're going to do is balance beam. Let's pull that out of the way. And let's put this over here to stand up. Okay? If you have some masking tape or painter's tape at home, my Massachusetts accent just came out in me. Painter's tape. Anyway, you can put a piece of tape down on the floor, okay? And we have floor beams, so actually, Azalea, come on the pink one. So on your beam, you pretend you're on your beam. Your arms are in a T, your neck is long, and you pretend you're balancing books on your head. You look down at the beam with your eyes and not your face, okay? So head up, eyes down. Tiptoe walks, 1 foot in front of the other on the beam. When you get to the end, you stop. Then you're going to go backwards, up on the tiptoes. Okay, eyes on the beam, head up. Then she's going to turn sideways. When we do sideways, we still look at the end of the beam. She's going to go open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Then she's going to turn her head to the other side. Get her arms in a nice T. Stomach is in, no banana backs. She's going to open, close, open, close, open, close. The next thing we're going to do down the beam is balance steps. We're going to balance our toe to our knee and stretch it out straight and step. Toe to the knee, stretch it out straight and step. Toe to the knee, lift it up and hold it and step. Toe to the knee, lift it up and hold it and step. Okay? And they're going to tiptoe walk backward, back down the beam. Now they're going to do horizontal kicks. When they do their kick, they want to keep their legs straight and kick it up. Horizontal kicks. Kick, 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 and then they're going to tiptoe walk back down. Okay, this time they're going to walk down the beam, stop in the middle, and they're going to do a knee scale. Tiptoe walk. They stop. Kennedy, face this way. Kennedy's just going to turn the other way so you can see the side. They're going to make a table. So that means that they're on their hands and their knees. Back. Azalea, move over a little bit. Okay, they're on their hands and their knees. They're going to lift one leg up. Look at the end of their beam with their head. Get your head up. And they're going to hold that leg up in a scale. This is called a knee scale. Their bottom foot wants to be pointed and their back leg up. Then they're going to stand up, make the letter T, and then continue tiptoe walking down the end. Freeze. Put their arms out straight in front. Pretend they're jumping off the beam. Stick. And ta-da. Okay? And the last thing we're going to do down our balance beam is a forward roll. So watch Mrs. Elliott. She's going to start with her arms up on her ears. She's going to squat down and put her hands on the beam. She's going to put her head down. She's going to start to straighten her legs and roll to her back and stop on her back in a pike position. Okay? Pike. And then she's going to bend her legs and come right up. Okay? So for balance beam, we're going to start with our arms on our ears. Right here. Right here. She's going to squat. She puts her head down, opens her knees. She's going to roll to her back. Normally we would grab underneath the balance beam. And then she's going to bend her legs and stand up. Okay? All right. So, come on over, ladies. That's all we're going to do today for this class. This was some tumbling, some vaulting, and some balance beam. Obviously, we can't do bars, but you can do push-ups at home. So we're going to end our class with a little bit of conditioning. Okay, we're actually going to do girl push-ups, okay? So we're going to get on your knees. Okay, they're going to lift their feet up in the back. Their bellies are in and their bottoms are squeezed. They're going to bend their chest to the floor and push back up. Don't arch, Kennedy. They're going to bend their chest to the floor and push back up. Bend the chest to the floor and push back up. And they want to keep the head up. Bend the chest to the floor and push back up. You want to do 10 of these, okay? Moms and dads can do them too. So 10 push-ups. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep your head up, 8, 9, 10. That's where your arms should have been the whole time. You don't want their arms way out in front of them. You want their arms underneath them and a little bit wider, okay? Then they're going to turn over, lie on their back. They're going to cross their arms over their chest. They're going to flex their feet up, okay? All right? They're going to flex their feet up so that they don't use their quads. They're going to pull their head up, and they're going to do little crunches, and they're going to do 25. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, crunch up more, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, all the way to 25, okay? So you want to end with 25 crunches, 10 push-ups, 25 crunches, okay? You guys stand up. Thank you for being with us today in our first Star Kids Gymnastics class. It's going to be uploaded soon, so I can't wait for you to see it. Thank you to Miss Kennedy and Miss Azalea for being here today to work on these routines. I hope that you enjoyed your class. We'll see you later.
Bye.